Well, here we are. We're ready to put this thing back together. I took my X-Acto knife and did a little cleanup on that slot, and we have a nice straight line now, and it's nice and smooth. So, I tested the switch in it. It has full movement, so I'm going to say I did it right. So, let's begin. Here's the fun part of this. Yeah. I took this all out together for reasons that I don't want anything to come apart and get lost, and I don't want to forget how things go together. That is a thing that I have been known to do. So, now that I have all the screws off of the magnets, these pickups are 3 Seymour Duncan hot rails. That is my own creation. Because I wanted this thing to be absolutely slamming. And it is. Alright. So, looking at the controls, this is our volume control and our output. So, things are going to go like this, which means the switch goes like that. And the pickups go in that order. Alright. Let's put it together. One small issue I ran into, I drilled all these holes the same size, but these two should have been just slightly bigger. So yeah, they are threading these holes as they go through. Switch is in place and solid. We'll do the controls next. Okay. I see an issue I'm going to have. And that is this thing. See if I can zoom in here. This pot has a little nub on it there. That wants an extra hole to keep it from turning. I'm not going to drill an extra hole, so I'm going to have to snip that off. Be right back. Alright, I have my cutters, so I'm just going to go here. And by the way, those aren't particularly tough. So, with that taken care of, we can go like this. And our holes are a little bit too small again. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take the time to re-drill them so that they are big enough. I will be right back. I reamed these out with a 5/16 bit and they fit much better, which is to say that's the right size. So, we put it all together. I'm not going to tighten that down right now because I don't have the right tool for it. This one here is one of the tone controls. It's also got the 2 ground wires that I'll need to hook up. This one has the main output wire. So, but that's why I left parts of them on there, as you may recall, so that they're a little easier to hook up later on. And that one just happens to be dangling right there. So, okay, now for the fun part. Mounting pickups is always fun because of these springs that never like to cooperate, but they're essential for setting your pickup height. Putting them in place is lots of fun, as we'll see. If you haven't done this before, I suggest you take it to a technician. You have to put the screws in like this. Then they have to go all the way in. And they need to be able to turn freely. Then we put the pickup in place. This hole is supposed to be the same size as the old one. So I'm going to assume it is. And what we do is we put the springs on one way or the other. I've never been clear which way they're supposed to go, but I'm going to go like that. And then we put the pickup on like this. And we tighten up the screws, and they pull the pickup up through the hole. That's the theory. It has worked for me before with other pick guards. This one might need a little shaping. If I can get it to go in level. Does look like we need a little bit of shaving here, so I'm going to back it off. Okay, take it off. Sort of. And we'll get the X-Acto here, and we will shave a little bit here. Don't shave the pickup. Expect blood. I accidentally poked my finger very tiny there, but thanks to the medication I'm on, it's probably going to bleed as though I've cut my throat. So, don't panic. A piece of tape doesn't need to be in there. Alright, let's check all the holes. That one should work just fine. How about this one? Hard to tell. As I said, this is often, well, always, an adventure. I'm going to pull the screws out and concentrate on getting the pickup to fit in there. So. There we go. All right. It is in. And it looks pretty good, honestly. Now for the fun part. Here's the pickup right here. It's in the slot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the spring and just kind of shoehorn it in there. And then put the screw in, being very careful to align it so it goes through the center of the spring. And there we are. So, I will do the other two, and then we'll come back and we'll put it on the guitar. All the connections are fixed. Everything is reconnected. There's only one thing I need to do, and that is get these guys under control, because they have a tendency to get under the edges and make the whole thing not want to go together. So, a little electrical tape here should take care of that. You may notice I already have electrical tape on the pickups themselves. The reason for that is because these covers wouldn't stay on. So I finally just taped the blooming things together, and they've been fine ever since. So I'm not sure what the idea was behind that, but whatever it was, I have effectively circumvented it. So, we can take this stuff right over here. We can include you, so you're not flopping around somewhere. Like that. And let's see what we get. It should slip under there. and then drop into place. It slips under there, but I don't see any dropping happening. So I need to find out what is in the way. And I found it. This one right here didn't get far enough out of the way, so we'll scooch you over there. And then just for good measure, I'm going to fold this one back like that, and hopefully keep everything from getting into the wrong places. This is a weird shape to begin with. I wouldn't mind having a little more carved out there. Speaking of which, if you're a guitar technician or into this at all, you're looking at this and saying, man, he really needs to upgrade those pots. Believe me, I would love to. I don't have room, so I make do with what's there. Because, for the simple reason, it fits. Alright, something is still in the way here. Okay. There! Got her. Okay. How does that look? Even without the knobs and stuff. I like it. I really, really like it. Now, before I screw it down, we will test it. Reaction. Not sure why that one's so much louder than the others, but they are all connected. So, is this right? I don't know. We'll find out. Because, yeah, in order to find that out, I gotta put strings on it. Alright, well, let's go ahead and put the screws in it. Don't need that on anymore. And don't need that anymore. Fortunately, this is really soft wood. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I honestly don't know one kind of wood from another. But I know this stuff is soft and probably inexpensive. Yeah, that's it. Inexpensive. That's the word. So now I didn't countersink these like they were on the old one, mostly because I didn't feel like it. So, but with this pattern behind the screws, I don't think it matters because they blend right in. So far I am very, very pleased with this. Yeah, fixing the little problems with those pickups wasn't difficult, mostly because I put them in. And so, yeah, I kind of know them frontwards and backwards. this, I call this my project guitar because it seems like every few months I look at it and think, oh, I should do this to it, or I should do that to it. And I do. So this thing isn't even remotely what it started out to be, because I took what it started out to be and turned it into a guitar. And I'm rather happy. I'm rather pleased with the result. That's the last one. Put the little doodad on the switch. I'm sure that has a name, I just don't know what it is. I need to tighten these up, so and would you look at that? Is that beautiful? I really like that. So, I'll put strings on it, and then we'll see how it plays. Well, here she is. Yeah, she looks fantastic. One thing I did discover is, while I had the strings off, she sat long enough that this neck is now flat as a pancake. So I'm having to do some truss rod adjustment, and it's taking a while, so she plays a little funny right at the moment. But let's see what we get.
Don't bother knocking, yeah, the house is a rocking. Don't bother, come on in. Kick off your shoes, start losing the blues. This old house ain't got nothing to lose. Seen it all for years. Start spreading the news. We got room on the floor. Come on, baby, shake something loose. Well, the house is a rocking, don't bother knocking, yeah, the house is a rocking, don't bother knocking, yeah, the house is a rocking, don't bother, come on in.
So far, so good. I also haven't set the pickup heights, so yeah, she's not sounding near as potent as she usually does. Let's see how she does with a little lead. Now this is really awkward because, as I say, this neck is a little funky, but I'll do the best I can. Let me get my practice track going here. A little volume might help.
Yeah, it pinched that note because I can't bend right at the moment. If I bend, then yeah, the string is just laying flat on all the frets and it doesn't sound. So that's why I need to make that truss rod adjustment. But she has decent sound once she's set up. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. So, thank you for watching this project. If you have any ideas of something you'd like to see me do to this guitar, besides destroy it, I mean things to make it more gooder, let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. I'll see you later.